On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. We're really looking forward to this matchup. We've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Vanderbilt Commodores, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Memphis Tigers. 48 Sports College Football. I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Commodores will kick it away first. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun. Give on the inside. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback on the keeper. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Chambers. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And works into the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Looking to the big tight end. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the Tigers are marching down the field.
Wow, what a great job by finding his open receiver. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success. And that's why teams really 3rd down so much.
They want to just keep throwing it. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
They have the offense. They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
They'll try to add another to their 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will bounce on you and seize momentum.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right here.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Back to throw, it's Ware. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Using his legs to buy some time. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him, because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Just beautiful. That's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. Keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously, not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this. Way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get your shot.
And back to the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Memphis wants to move quickly. On 4th down, looking to pass. He caught it. To the end zone. Touchdown.
Flexibility to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation of timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UTEP. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. statement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Ware. Got his man. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. New set of downs after that completion. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's going to pass. Fires left. And that pass picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Memphis picking up the tempo. To the ground. He's got it again. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He'll pull it on the read. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. From the red zone, looking for a man. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to throw, it's Chambers. Right on target this time. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of backfield, getting the football, letting him get some positive yards.
It's complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets it up on the catch for the first down.
3rd down and short is exactly what you want in offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, 3rd and short. Now set up in a 1st and goal situation.
Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's off and in for the touchdown. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak behind the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. You score a touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they moved the ball 43 yards on that drive. It was finished off with the quarterback sneak. Lining up to cover the kick after that return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone.
In it to win it.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game. And you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
To the air, it's Ware. Looking down the middle. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort. Getting to the ball carrier, swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on a massive fumble recovery.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Memphis wants to move quickly. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when
A full dive to haul that one in. On first down from the 13-yard line. They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now,
And the quarterback and sacked at the 12.
that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Dropping back, it's Ware. He's right on target. Makes the catch and knock down.
I love working the slot receivers. You see so much. That's how matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot. And he can match up on a linebacker or safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Commodores will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get, and he muffs it. It's close. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same game.
They get him down after he makes the catch. Memphis picking up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And they got him for the sack.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, giving up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A strike downfield. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. Wants to throw. It's Chambers. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Memphis. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop him. Oh, don't run the score. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
Brown has it. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first quarter of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Give to the running back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to run the They're very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Midfield, he's got room. The ball is free. He just can't hang on to that thing. How in the world did the possession?
As a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble, but man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
And the Commodores with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. And they've got him looking run, now to pass. To throw. The short hand, it's held. And the defense stops just short of the first down. Maybe needs a little more chain link to move the sticks.
Well, they slipped and then fell out of the backfield. So much. Nice job of play action, slide and getting the run.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. No-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll give it to the back. close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. To throw, it's Ware. He finds his man.
And that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that shot. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field, and make it that easy.
Got it. Trailing by multiple possessions at the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on fourth and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point, Reese. When you go for it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
First down to start the drive after the break. The give to the back.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Now a big third down. Now possessions. This is more calmer. I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to get a field goal. I want to cut it to this thing with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. Also, considering all that, this is fourth down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal.
Cricket.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Lining up to add another. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Chambers. Pressure coming. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
I like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Throws to the back. Touchdown, Vandy! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Looking downfield, it's Chambers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up the 1st down for his team. Memphis wants to move quickly.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the 1st down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Tempo in overdrive. On 2nd down, he'll fire. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't not free for a fumble. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's moved. He got loose. Almost passed it. Finally tracked down at the 32. This Memphis offense going to work again on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Zings it complete to the right. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Memphis! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. He's got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, whatever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
And with the extra point, they've pushed the lead out a little further. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football in there.
How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
You didn't think it could any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. The offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start Jesse, to almost the finish now, they have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Use the play fake, now the throw. On a little time, lets it go. Got his man quickly. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll leave it with him. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They ran it on first down now on second. The give to the tailback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? With the clock running, this should be the final play. Running back searching for a hole. That will be the final play as they make